The quality of an air fryer can make a huge difference on taste, so the question is that $50 air fryer just as good as the one that costs $400? Well, let's find out. In the first test, we'll see which air fryer is the most powerful. Then we'll see which air fryer makes the best fries and then cookies. We'll also see which air fryer makes the best bacon and the best chicken. At a price of only $53 is this Black+Decker brand. It fits up to a 9-inch pizza. It can also handle up to 4 slices of bread. It's designed to bake, broil, air fry, toast, and keep warm. It has a removable crumb tray, bake pan, air fry tray, and wire rack for easy cleanup. And the Black+Decker is made in China. And the power cord is only 24 inches in length, with a sound meter about 6 inches away from the air fryer at 45.9 decibels. On the highest heat setting, around 1,210 watts. Air fryers circulate hot air to speed up the cooking process. So let's measure how quickly they can heat up a piece of metal. I'll use thermal paste on this wireless meat thermometer to ensure an accurate temperature reading. During the testing, the metal will start out between 71 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit. If possible, I'll set the temperature to 400 degrees. The Black+Decker is designed for 425 degrees Fahrenheit in air frying mode. The top temperature indicates the temperature of the metal. The bottom right temperature indicates the ambient temperature inside the oven. And the Black+Decker has an internal ambient temperature of 200 degrees Fahrenheit in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. However, it has a long ways to go to heat the metal at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And the Black+Decker is finally finished heating the metal block to 200 degrees Fahrenheit in 9 minutes and 27 seconds. At a price of $60 is this Chefman brand. It's a 2-quart digital air fryer. It has a non-stick and dishwasher-safe basket. It has a maximum temperature of 400 degrees Fahrenheit. They claim you can cook meals up to 3 times quicker than an oven. They have the power consumption listed as 900 watts. And the Chefman air fryer is made in Indonesia. The power cord is around 36 inches in length. The Chefman is quite a bit louder than the Black+Decker at 56.1 decibels. And the Chefman is very close to 960 watts. The piece of steel has cooled down to around 72 degrees Fahrenheit and the air fryer is set to 400 degrees. And the Chefman is about a minute and a half faster at reaching an ambient temperature of 200 degrees compared to the Black+Decker at only a minute and 48 seconds. And the Chefman has heated the metal test piece to 200 degrees at over 2 minutes faster than the Black+Decker in 7 minutes and 10 seconds. At a price of $110 is this Oster brand. The Chefman is a 2-quart air fryer and the Oster is a 6-quart. It has 10 different preset digital functions. Those include bake, chicken wings, dehydrate, dessert, fish, french fries, meat, reheat, whole chicken, and vegetables. It has a removable viewing window for easy cleaning. Double non-stick surface. It has a 60-minute timer. And the Oster is made in China. The power cord on the Oster is 28 inches in length. The temperature range is 160 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. The Oster is around 1,770 watts. And 60.5 decibels is the loudest yet, and it's rated for 1,700 watts. The Oster is set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and the metal is close to 72 degrees. And the Oster is a little bit slower to reach an ambient temperature of 200 degrees compared to the Chefman at a minute and 55 seconds. However, the Oster did make up the gap, and the metal made it to 200 degrees in the fastest time yet in only 6 minutes and 38 seconds. At a price of $120 is this Cosori brand. It's a 9-in-1 turbo blaze air fryer with a 6-quart capacity. It has a ceramic coating. The temperature range is from 90 to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. They claim a powerful 3,600 RPM fan. They also claim only 53 decibels on the highest fan speed. We're going to test that. And the Cosori is made in Thailand. The power cord is the longest yet at 40 inches. The Cosori is just a little bit louder than the Oster at 61 decibels. Just like the Oster, the Cosori is around 1,770 watts. The test piece for the Cosori is starting out at very close to 72 degrees. And the Cosori isn't quite as fast to reach 200 degrees ambient as the Oster at a minute and 58 seconds. However, the Cosori is even more efficient at heating the metal test piece to 200 degrees in only 5 minutes and 59 seconds to move into the lead over the Oster. At a price of $130 is this Ninja brand. The Cosori has a 6-quart capacity and the Ninja has a 5-quart capacity. It has a maximum temperature of 400 degrees Fahrenheit. 4-in-1 functionality includes air fry, roast, reheat, and dehydrate. They claim 75% less fat than traditional air frying methods. And the Ninja is made in Vietnam. The power cord is 34 inches in length. The Ninja is using the most energy yet at very close to 1,800 watts. And the Ninja is by far the loudest yet at 66.2 decibels. The temperature on the Ninja is set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and the test piece is close to 72 degrees. The Ninja is the fastest to reach an ambient temperature of 200 degrees Fahrenheit in only a minute and 45 seconds. And the Ninja is set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, but the ambient made it to 464 degrees, which is way over target. And running really hot really helped the Ninja heat the test piece to 200 degrees Fahrenheit in only 5 minutes and 1 second. At a price of $140 is this Philips brand. It's their 3000 series with a 6.5 quart capacity. They claim 90% less fat and easy to clean. They also claim Rapid Air Plus technology for extra crispy results. It has a built-in viewing window so you can monitor the progress without opening the air fryer. And the Philips is made in China. The power cord is 41 inches in length. The Philips has a temperature range from 80 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. The Philips is around 1,740 watts, and it's 58.4 decibels for the Philips. The Philips is set to 400 degrees, and the test piece is close to 72 degrees. And the Philips is slower than average to reach 200 degrees ambient in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. The Philips is also quite a bit slower than most of the other brands to heat up the metal test piece to 200 degrees in 6 minutes and 48 seconds. At a price of $150 is this Instant Pot brand. Just like the Oster and the Cosori, it has a 6-quart capacity. 6-in-1 capacity includes air fry, broil, dehydrate, crisp, roast, reheat, and bake. They claim that the air fryer basket is dishwasher safe. It has a temperature range from 95 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and the Instant Pot is made in Thailand. The power cord is 34 inches in length. The Instant Pot is around 1,663 watts, and the Instant Pot's pretty loud at 63.6 decibels. The Instant Pot is also set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and the test piece is starting out at 72 degrees. And the Instant Pot is a little bit faster than the Philips to reach 200 degrees ambient in 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And the Instant Pot is finished heating up the test piece to 200 degrees in 6 minutes and 15 seconds to move into third place behind the Cosori. At a price of $220 is this Cuisinart brand. The Cuisinart is an air fryer toaster oven with a grill. It's large enough to toast 6 slices of bread, air fry 3 pounds of chicken wings, or bake a 12-inch pizza. It has an adjustable temperature dial and a 60-minute timer. They claim 1,800 watts. And the Cuisinart is made in China. The power cord is 29 inches in length, and the Cuisinart's around 1,775 watts. And the Cuisinart's relatively quiet at only 50.8 decibels. The Cuisinart is set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and the test piece is starting out at 72 degrees. And the Cuisinart is a little slower than the Instant Pot to reach 200 degrees ambient in 2 minutes and 18 seconds. The Cuisinart is also quite a bit slower than most of the other brands to heat the metal test piece at 7 minutes and 22 seconds. At a price of $300 is this Typhur brand. They claim that this 8-quart air fryer can cook a 6-pound whole chicken. It has a built-in wireless meat thermometer. They claim it's a non-toxic ceramic air fryer. It's also supposed to be dishwasher safe. And the Typhur is made in China. And the power cord is 40 inches in length. The temperature ranges from 105 degrees Fahrenheit to 450. And the Typhur is around 1,727 watts. And the Typhur is right at 60 decibels. The Typhur is also starting out at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and the test piece is starting out at 72 degrees. And the Typhur is a little bit faster than average to reach an ambient internal temperature of 200 degrees in 1 minute and 55 seconds. The Typhur also performed well heating up the metal test piece to 200 degrees in 6 minutes and 23 seconds. And the most expensive air fryer we'll be testing is made by Breville and costs $400. In addition to being a smart air fryer, they also claim it's a convection oven. You can roast, air fry, and dehydrate. Super convection reduces cooking time by up to 30%. You can choose from 13 different cooking functions, and it includes an interior oven light. The Breville has a temperature range from 86 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 480. It has an extra large capacity, and you can cook up to a 14-pound turkey. It can handle most 9 to 13-inch cooking pans. And the Breville is made in China. And the Breville has the longest power cord in the lineup at 57 inches. And it's just over 1,800 watts for the Breville. And the Breville is relatively quiet at 58.2 decibels. The Breville is set to 400 degrees, and the test piece is starting out at 72. The Breville is a really large air fryer toaster oven, and it's the slowest to reach 200 degrees ambient in 3 minutes and 57 seconds. And the Breville is also the slowest to heat up the metal test piece to 200 degrees, and it's finally finished in 11 minutes and 23 seconds. So the Ninja is the fastest to heat the metal test piece to 200 degrees Fahrenheit in only 5 minutes and 1 second. Even though it was set to 400 degrees, it did reach an internal ambient temperature of 464 degrees. The Cosori finished in second place in 5 minutes and 59 seconds, and Instant Pot third at 6 minutes and 15 seconds. And the next test, let's see how well the air fryers perform at air frying 14 pieces or 1 serving of French fries. I'll set the temperature to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'll check on the fries from time to time. And the Chefman's fries look to be finished, and it's been right at 14 minutes. The Black+Decker needs about 1 minute longer at very close to 15 minutes. The Black+Decker seems to overcook the French fries that are located at the back of the air fryer, and the ones closer to the front look a little bit better. However, the fries do taste dried out, and the Chefman did a much better job of preparing the fries. They're not burnt and they're not dried out, and the texture seems just about perfect. And it's the Oster going up against the Cosori. Both the Oster and the Cosori are quite a bit more powerful compared to the Black+Decker and the Chefman. And both the Oster and the Cosori are already finished with the fries in very close to 8 minutes. And the Oster did a great job of preparing the French fries, and the texture and taste is very close to perfect. The Cosori also did a really good job, but the fries are a little bit more dried out compared to the Oster. Fortunately, I have a couple of food professionals helping helping me with this review. And it's the Ninja going up against the Philips. And the Ninja is a really powerful air fryer, and the Ninja is already finished in 8 minutes, the same time as the Oster and the Cosori. We're now at very close to 9 minutes and the Oster is finished. And the Ninja French fries turned out to be absolutely perfect, definitely the best yet. And the Philips is finished in 11 minutes. With the Philips, the fries seem a little too crispy on the outside and a little too moist on the inside, but they're still pretty good. And it's the Instant Pot on the left and the Cuisinart on the right. And the Instant Pot is finished with the fries in 8 minutes, the same amount of time as the Oster, Cosori, and Ninja. And the Cuisinart still needs a little more time. And the Cuisinart is finally finished in 10 minutes. The Instant Pot did a pretty good job of preparing the fries with pretty good texture and decent crispiness. The fries with the Cuisinart are a little crispier on the outside, but a little too moist on the inside, but they're still pretty good. The final two air fryers include the Typhur and the Breville. The see-through window is a really nice feature. At 8 minutes, the Typhur still has more work to do. And the Typhur is finished in very close to 10 minutes. The outside of the fries seem a little crispy, but the inside seems a little too moist. Definitely not quite as good as some of the other brands. And the Breville is finally finished in 21 minutes, the slowest time yet. The outside of the fries look just about right, and the inside seems dried out. Assessing performance is highly subjective, but the Ninja came out on top with the best possible rating of 1. The Chefman and the Oster tied for second place with a rating of 1.5. In the next test, let's compare performance with cookies. I'll measure out precisely 1 ounce of cookie dough, and all the cookies will be the same diameter and thickness. I'll set the air fryers to right at 300 degrees, and I'll place the cookies on parchment paper. Before the test, I'll preheat each of the air fryers for 5 minutes. I'll prepare 2 cookies in the very compact Chefman and 4 cookies in the rest of the brands. And the Chefman appears to be finished in around 7 minutes, and the Black+Decker is finished in 9 minutes. The cookies have had 5 minutes to cool down. The 4 cookies with the Black+Decker started out at 4 ounces, and now they're at 3.73. The 2 cookies with the Chefman are down from 2 ounces to 1.95. And the Black+Decker did a really good job with only the center of the cookie just a little bit softer than the rest of the cookie. With the Chefman, the top of the cookie looks finished with the outer perimeter of the cookie beginning to brown. Unfortunately, the bottom side of the cookie is still very doughy compared to the Black+Decker. And it's the Oster going up against the Cosori. It's close to 6 minutes, and the cookies inside the Cosori look to be completely finished on top. And the Oster appears to be finished in very close to 8 minutes. The Oster's cookies weigh 3.77 grams and the Cosori's weigh 3.79. Even though the Oster had 2 extra minutes, the bottom side and center of the cookie still look undercooked. The top of the cookie looks finished. The Cosori was finished 2 minutes faster than the Oster, and the Cosori did a much better job. On the bottom and center of the cookie, it's just a little bit doughy, but still looking pretty good. It's the Ninja going up against the Philips. Both the Ninja and the Philips look to be finished with the cookies in around 10.5 minutes. The cookies prepared by the Ninja weigh 3.69 ounces, and the Philips weigh just under 3.68. The Ninja blew around the parchment paper, and the cookies are no longer perfectly round. When it comes to the actual finish of the cookies, the performance is about the same as the Cosori's. And the Philips cookies look just as good as the Ninjas, with the top and bottom sides of the cookies looking just about perfect. It's the Instant Pot going up against a Cuisinart. The Cuisinart appears to be finished in close to 8 minutes. And the Instant Pot needed quite a bit more time at around 11.5 minutes. The Instant Pot's cookies weigh 3.72 ounces, and the Cuisinart's cookies weigh just a little bit less at just under 3.7 ounces. The Instant Pot cookies are looking pretty good. However, the bottom side of the cookie is a little bit soft. The Cuisinart seems to have done an even better job than the Instant Pot, and these cookies are just about perfect. And it's the Typhur going up against the Breville. The Typhur is finished with the cookies in close to 9 minutes, and the Breville is by far the slowest again at just over 16 minutes. The cookies prepared by the Typhur weigh 3.711 ounces, and the Breville cookies weigh very close to 3.6. The bottom center of the Typhur cookies seem a little bit soft, and the Breville's cookies came out perfect. The top and bottom sides of the cookies have a pretty consistent texture, and they are delicious. Assessing performance is highly subjective, but the Breville came out on top with the best possible finish of 1. The Black+Decker and the Cuisinart tied for second place with a rating of 1.5. When it comes to cookies, the toaster oven style air fryers definitely outperform the regular air fryers. In the next test, let's see how the air fryers perform at preparing some extra thick bacon. I'll place the bacon in a single layer, and the temperature will be set to 400 degrees. And the Black+Decker is producing quite a bit of smoke from the bacon, but no visible smoke is coming from the Chefman. It's been about 6 minutes, and the Chefman still has more work to do. And the Chefman is finished in 9 minutes. The Chefman did a pretty good job, but it did cook 2 pieces of bacon a little more thoroughly than the other 2 pieces. The Black+Decker is finished in close to 15 minutes. The Black+Decker takes quite a bit longer to cook the bacon, but the bacon is a little more crispy. And it's the Oster going up against the Cosori. And the Cosori is already finished in 6.5 minutes. The Cosori did a great job of preparing all 4 pieces of bacon and cooking them evenly. And the Oster is finished in around 9.5 minutes. The Oster also did a good job of preparing the bacon, and all 4 pieces seem equally crispy. Up next is the Ninja going up against the Philips. And the Ninja is already finished with the bacon in 5.5 minutes. Unfortunately, the Ninja moves a lot of air and blew 1 piece of bacon on top of the other. So 2 pieces of bacon are completely finished and 2 pieces are undercooked. And the Philips is finished in 9 minutes. And the bacon prepared by the Phillips looks very consistent from one piece to the next. And it's the Instant Pot going up against a Cuisinart. The Instant Pot is very fast, just like the Cosori and the Ninja, at around 5 minutes and 45 seconds. However, the bacon prepared by the Instant Pot is really curled up compared to most of the other brands, but it did cook all the bacon evenly. The Cuisinart is finished in very close to 9 minutes. It all comes down to preference, but the bacon prepared by the Cuisinart is a lot less curled. However, the Cuisinart isn't quite as consistent and some pieces seem more or less cooked. It's the Typhur going up against a Breville. The Typhur is the first one finished in close to 8 minutes. The Breville is finally finished in just over 13 minutes. The bacon prepared by the Typhur is very consistent from one piece to the next. The Typhur's bacon is on the left and the Breville's is on the right. The Breville's bacon is a lot more curled compared to the Typhur. Assessing performance for air frying consistency for all 4 pieces of bacon is highly subjective. However, the Black+Decker, Oster, Cosori, Phillips, and Breville earn the best possible rating of 1. All of the other brands receive ratings of 1.5 or 2, which is still pretty good. If it's all about air frying speed, the Ninja is the fastest at 5.5 minutes. Instant Pot finished in second place at 5.8 minutes and Cosori third at 6.5. In the next test, let's compare performance at cooking chicken quarters. I'll use a wireless meat thermometer to keep track of the meat temperature. All the air fryers will have 5 minutes to preheat. And there's a lot of bacon grease smoke coming from the Black+Decker. I'll flip the chicken at 12 minutes, and once it reaches 170 degrees, I'll end the test. At almost 12 minutes, the Black+Decker's chicken is only at 89 degrees Fahrenheit, but let's go ahead and flip it anyway. The Chefman's chicken is 20 degrees hotter at 105. The Chefman is just about at the 170 degree target at 24 minutes. And the Chefman's chicken is finished at 25 minutes. The Black+Decker is finally finished at 170 degrees in 44 minutes or 19 minutes longer than the Chefman. The Black+Decker's chicken is on the left and it's nice and crispy on the outside and pretty juicy on the inside. The Chefman's chicken seemed just as crispy and tender and juicy. And it's the Oster competing against a Cosori. It's been 12 minutes, so it's time to turn over the chicken. And the Oster is the first to heat the chicken to 170 degrees in just over 21 minutes. And the Cosori is finished in just under 23.5 minutes. Oster is on the left and the Cosori is on the right. The Oster's chicken looks just as juicy and delicious as the Chefman's. And the Cosori's chicken is even juicier than the Oster's. And it's the Ninja competing against the Phillips. And both pieces of chicken are looking good at 12 minutes. This is definitely not a perfect test, and some pieces of chicken are a little bit bigger than others. With that said, the Phillips is the fastest to finish the chicken at 170 degrees in just over 16 minutes. The Ninja isn't too far behind at just over 17.5 minutes. The Ninja's chicken is on the left and it's more golden and crispy compared to the Oster's on the right. The Ninja tends to run a little bit hot, and this chicken is a little bit dry compared to the Cosori. And the Phillips chicken isn't quite as crispy, but it's more juicy than the Ninja's chicken. It's the Instant Pot going up against a Cuisinart. The chicken is looking pretty good at 12 minutes. The Instant Pot's chicken just made it to 170 degrees in just over 20.5 minutes. The Cuisinart is finished in very close to 22 minutes. The Instant Pot's chicken is on the left, and it's a little bit more crispy than the Cuisinart's chicken. The Instant Pot's chicken is nice and juicy. And the Cuisinart's chicken looks just as juicy as the Instant Pot's. And it's the Typhur going up against the Breville. At just about 12 minutes, the Typhur is making a lot faster progress at cooking the chicken. The Typhur is finished in just under 20 minutes, and the Breville is finished in close to 30 minutes. The Typhur's chicken is on the left, and the Breville's is on the right. The Typhur's chicken isn't quite as crispy as the Breville's. However, the Typhur's chicken is nice and juicy. The Breville's chicken seems just as juicy as the Typhur's. Assessing performance is highly subjective. Most of the air fryers receive the best possible rating of 1 for a combination of crispiness on the outside and juiciness on the inside. If you're looking for the quickest air fryer, the Phillips came in on top at just over 16 minutes. The Ninja was also very fast at just over 17.5 minutes. Assessing the amount of effort it takes to clean up the air fryers is also highly subjective. The Chefman, Oster, and Cosori seem like the easiest to clean. However, the Ninja performed almost as well with a rating of 1.5. The dual-purpose toaster oven style air fryers take the most effort. So which air fryer is the best? The left side of the scorecard contains some basic information about each air fryer that was not included in calculating the winner of the review. I've converted the raw performance into a first through last place ranking for each air fryer for the graded areas on the right side of the chart. And the Cosori came in on top with the best average finish of 3.1. It performed very well in all of the testing. As you might expect from such a powerful air fryer, it is a little bit noisy. What's really nice about the Cosori is that it does offer a maximum temperature of 450 degrees, which is more than most of the other brands. At a very affordable price of $120, the Cosori would definitely be my choice. The Ninja finished in second place with an average finish of 4.4. It's a good air fryer, but it is pretty aggressive through moving lots of air and a higher heat than its settings indicate. It's also by far the noisiest air fryer. The Oster, Instant Pot, Phillips, and Cuisinart all finish in a 4-way tie for third place. While they're all very good, if the Cosori wasn't available, I really like the Instant Pot. It is a little bit noisy, but it's a good all-around air fryer. I don't know about you, but I'm stuffed after that review. Lots of good food. All the videos in this channel, including this one, are viewer suggested. So if you have a video idea, I hope you'll take time to leave a comment. Thanks so much for watching. Please take care and look forward to next time.